What's up, guys? We're back looking at some more MLB player props today over on Prizepicks. This video applies to other apps as well, but we're taking a look at these today over on Prizepicks. Let's hop in and just stay cashing. Before we get into today's MLB plays, don't miss out in joining the DubClub. We had a profitable week 1 in the NFL. We've been killing it in the MLB. We missed no MLB plays yesterday. So don't miss out on joining the DubClub. You can join right now literally for free. There's a 2-day free trial available down in my description. It is my best package. It includes Discord chat, it includes all my plays sent straight to your phone, and a lot more. So don't miss out. I'm over $5,000 of profit over on Prizepicks. That's how I know that I'm not one of those guys out there selling shitty plays. Also on Sleeper, I'm up over $1,300 of profit as well. So it's not even just Prizepicks that I got lucky on. I'm also profitable on Chalkboard, Underdog, and Sportsbook. So don't miss out in joining 2 days for free, which you can cancel anytime, is down in my description. Don't miss out in joining the DubClub. And if you want to research player props for yourself, the tool that I personally love and use every single day is called Outlier. You get a 7-day free trial with my promo link down in my description. 7 days for free, cancel anytime. I'll be using this tool in today's video, so if you like what you see from this tool, check it out. Link for it is down in my description. With that being said, though, let's get into today's plays. Just play responsibly at your own risk. Leave a like on the video and subscribe. I really would appreciate it. The most important thing, though, is having those post notifications turned on, so that when you don't miss future uploads, if you get in before something's eyes move, get bumped, get removed, things like that. Let's get into these plays here. The first player prop that I like for today's slate in the MLB. We're going to go ahead and look up this player here. I like Marcell Ozuna to get a hit in today's game here. So it's a green goblin here, but bear with me here because we're actually going to combine 2 plays into 1 here. It'll make more sense as I get into the next play. Just kind of bear with me for a little bit here. But Marcell Ozuna here, let's take a look here at why I like him so much. So first off, he's got hit in 78% of games this year. I mean, that's already just a monster hit rate. In his last 20 games, he's a hit in 80%, 16 of his last 20 games. Although he only has 1 hit in his last 3 games, I'm expecting a bounce back here because he's playing Mackenzie Gore, who honestly is not a super great pitcher, if you know anything about the MLB, but he has a 4.32 ERA, which is not very good either. It kind of shows just how bad he's really been. And Marcell Ozuna is extremely good against left-handed pitchers, which Mackenzie Gore is. Against lefties this year, he actually has a hit in 81% of games. You see what he's done in his last few games. He's only missed that like twice in like his last, 15 games probably. So he's really, really good against lefties. And like I said, Mackenzie Gore is a lefty. Atlanta is favored in today's game, which is usually a good sign for hitters and the overs. And also, if you take a look here at their history, he has a hit in 40% of plate appearances against Mackenzie Gore. He should be seeing probably, hopefully, 3 plate appearances against Mackenzie Gore today. So that's a great sign there. He has 6 hits in 15 plate appearances. Great history against Mackenzie Gore here. I'm loving this spot. You take a look at the pitch arsenal as well and the kind of pitches that he throws against the fastball. He gets on base about 45% of the time against the fastball. Great look there. Against the curveball, it drops down a little bit to a 3.23 weighted on-base average. Against the slider, 3.48. And against the changeup, 3.82. So a lot of really nice-looking numbers there for against the pitch arsenal. There's not really anything that's like super terrible or anything like that. But that fastball, which he throws more than half the time, he is really, really good against. So it's a great sign here for Ozuna and the over for him to get a hit today. That is why I like that there. But we're going to combine this with another play here because obviously just for him to get a hit is not a super great payout, which is why we're going to do this next player. We're going to go with Yandy Diaz to have a hit. If you don't know what this is, what they call it is basically a hit lay. So it's not even just going to be these 2 plays. The next play that you want, like on Prizepicks, for example, if you also like Wilkie Best to over hitter fantasy score, this will pay out a 2.x payout because basically these 2 plays are considered like 1 play together, if that kind of makes sense. Hopefully I did a good job of explaining that. But Yandy Diaz here, he has a hit in 73% of games. We actually just took him in the DubClub yesterday to have a hit, and he had 2 hits yesterday. So, and also the Rays only put up 1 run, which is why we can't do hit, run, and RBIs for Yandy Diaz because his team just sucks, which is why I like him to just have a hit today. So today he's facing Ranger Suarez, who is actually a pretty good pitcher. He's a 12-6 record this season with a 2.9 ERA, but against lefties, Yandy Diaz absolutely crushes them. Against lefties, that goes from a 73% hit rate all the way to an 81% hit rate, and he has a massive run right now on just having a hit. I mean, he's had at least 1 hit in like the last 15 games, except for 1 game right there. So basically, he absolutely crushes left-handed pitching. In away games, he's a little bit worse, but I'm not super worried about that. Still over in 75% of games on the road against a lefty. Great sign there still. And the history here is a small sample size. However, he does have a hit in 3 plate appearances against Ranger Suarez. It was the same deal with him yesterday against Christopher Sanchez. He was able to have a hit yet again yesterday. So I think it should be a great spot here for Yandy Diaz. He's also the leadoff hitter. Yesterday, he cashed in the first inning. Hopefully, we get the same deal today with Yandy Diaz here. A little spot for him here. I just love taking him against lefties. I think you get this one done even against a pretty solid pitcher in Ranger Suarez because Yandy Diaz is a very, very good hitter. And with him leading off, with him facing a lefty, he should hopefully have about 5 plate appearances today and should be able to get this one done. Now, before we get into our next play, if you're not already on Sleeper, it is one of the best apps out there right now. I personally love it. It offers some of the best payouts out there compared to other apps as well. It's available in most states if you want it. Promo code DOMG will get you a first-time deposit match up to $100, and you'll just get a free square when you sign up. I won't necessarily be Yamamoto as a free square, but there should be a free square for you on Sleeper when you do sign up. I personally love Sleeper. Like I said, they have alt lines. You can get like Otani down to just 1 hit, all the way up to 4+ hits, and it will reflect the payout. So they, of course, have NFL lines as well. We should eventually have alt lines, I would assume, on Sleeper. They're just not up quite yet. But, of course, they already have plays for like the next like week 1 slate as well. So it's a really, really awesome app. I personally love it. Get it for yourself down in my description. Promo code DMG will get you a first-time deposit match up to $100. But let's use Sleeper to find our next play here. And it's going to be over in the Chicago White Sox game. We can find that there against Cleveland. And that's because I like Jonathan Cannon over 16.5 outs here. You can also find Yandy Diaz and Ozuna on Sleeper if you use the alt line feature. So you can use all 3 of these plays from today's video over on Sleeper. And now let's take a look at why I like Jonathan Cannon over the 16.5 outs with Outliers. You can see here he's over in 59% of games. That is 10 out of 17 so far this year. In home games, though, he's only over in 38% of games. So kind of some red flags you're probably thinking here. However, if you take a look at it here, he's actually been over in 8 of his last 11 games. And also, a lot of those games where he's gone under just because of insanely high walks here. And with these walks here, you can see how many times he's been walking guys, 2, 3, or even 4 times. He's probably not going to go over his pitching outs if he's walking that many guys just because it really runs up the pitch count. And overall, they just don't, the White Sox really don't want him putting guys on base. But White Sox, they are way out of the playoff picture right now. They are one of the worst teams historically in the MLB ever. So I don't think they really want to use their bullpen arms really in general. I don't really think they care to. But what I want to focus on here is, again, those walks here. You can see here, he's pretty much barely favored over 1.5 walks. He's projected for about 2 walks today, although it's only about a -130. That is a great sign considering he's coming off of games with walking 4 guys or even 3 guys. And this team also doesn't get walked too much. I mean, Cleveland, they rank 21st in base on balls percentage, which is walk percentage, versus righties this season. And they've been a little bit better in the last 30 games, ranking 7th, I will say. But I'm not completely worried about these walks here for Cleveland. And in games with Jonathan Cannon walks 2 or less players, he's actually over this in 6 straight games, as you can see here. He's had 6 straight games here. Actually, I think that's 7 straight games. Yeah, so in games where he's walked 2 or less players, he's actually over this in 7 straight. So that's a really, really good sign there because we're not really expecting him to walk 3 guys today based on the sportsbook line. I think this is a great spot for Jonathan Cannon over these 69 outs. Not even just because of that, though. The matchup against Cleveland is pretty good for the most part. Cleveland, they've kind of fluctuated in offense a little bit, but they've kind of middled out a little bit here, and they rank 19th in offense versus righties. Not super great. In the last 30 games, it's been a little bit worse, ranking 23rd. So this should be a pretty good matchup for him, and is over 16.5 outs here. Another thing I love about this over here is that their bullpen is not in the greatest spot right now. They had to use 4 relievers yesterday, and they threw a ton of pitches. They only have 2 players right now in their bullpen that is not thrown in the last 2 days. They really do not want to use like Barrera or Ellard here. They really would just love to use Cool and Varland here. They'll probably have to use someone as well. They might have to use one of those guys too, but I think we can get a good 6 innings today from Jonathan Cannon. I would be surprised if we did not, unless he's walking a crap ton of guys or just running at that pitch count. I think it should be a really nice spot for him in these over 16.5 outs. Give me the over today for Jonathan Cannon and his outs. I'm not done with the free plays quite yet, but one last reminder to join the DubClub. You can join now literally for free. There's a 2-day free trial down in my description. You get all my plays. That includes NFL plays, MLB plays, whatever else I'm rocking with. You can get it right now, 2 days for free, down in my description. Over $5,000 of profit over on Prizepicks. That's how much I'm up. Also, if you guys like the tool I use in today's video, it's called Outlier. You can get it for yourself with the link down in my description. I personally love this tool. I use it every single day to research player props. 7-day free trials down in my description using my promo link. But let's get some more free plays today from the Daily Grind tool. This right here is the Prizepicks Optimizer. All we have to do with this tool is just click on the refresh button because when we do that, it puts up the most expected value plays. So we didn't have to do any research, and we just found Chris Bassett under fantasy score, Aaron Judge under fantasy score. A lot of decent value plays right now on the board. They actually, like Josh Allen, have a rushing touchdown as well right now for the NFL. He's like a -155, -170 on some apps. So that makes it a really, really nice looking value right now on Prizepicks. And if you're on Prizepicks, you want like a 2-pick power play, all you have to do to find that is just click on plus EV plays to filter plays down to a 2-pick power play, or same with like a 5-pick or a 6-pick flex. So if you want this tool for yourself, use the link down in my description, click on the fantasy bundle, and then scroll down. Promo code DMG will get you 25% off. There's also another tool sold separately called the AI Sub Generator, which is up over 1,700 units since August 18th. And there's 3 entries on the board right now, but this constantly gets updated, and you get email notifications for when new entries are posted. But let's give you guys a 6-pick flex right now over on Prizepicks. They like Cutter Crawford over strikeouts. They like Josh Allen to have that rushing touchdown. They have some other WNBA value on the board as well. Profit margin here is 4.83%. Closing score is 17.51. So this tool is absolutely awesome, though. Up over 1,700 units in less than a year. Or actually, a little over a year now is just still crazy. So if you want this tool for yourself, get it for yourself with the link down in my description. This time, click on the AI Sub Generator and then scroll down. Promo code DOMG will get you 25% off. Thank you for watching. I'll see you hopefully in tomorrow's video. Best of luck. If you want to say I made over $5,000 on Prizepicks, watch this video right here. I'll see you over in the DubClub.